for women. Ladies and girls watching us tonight, welcome to another interesting episode of Ladies Talk. Welcome to another insightful, eye-opening, and most importantly, interesting episode of Ladies Talk for today on Western Spring Television, Channel 190 DTT, the show where we talk about everything and anything concerning the girl child and as well women. But sometimes we gossip about the men. Yes, definitely. We speak the truth, address real issues, and break things down with wisdom, compassion, and clarity. Tonight's episode is one every mother, auntie, teacher, guardian, and even intending parent must watch. Tonight on Ladies Talk, we are breaking it all down. No judgment, but sometimes we judge you depending on the situation, and we try not to leave no details out. My name is Tomi Lola Daniel Adejumo, but on the show you can call me Tomi Trendy. And of course, my amazing and beautiful women are here with me tonight, and I will be asking them some intricate questions to guide our conversations tonight. But before that, let's meet the ladies. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Hi, girl.
Hi, good evening.
You know, your shoes shine.
My face show.
Your face can show.
Like I love it. So cute.
So just in case you're wondering why I'm sitting here, there's a little change. Definitely, I'm so sure you've seen Timmy Top already. She's still here with us, so you definitely be enjoying her. So how are you doing, Ajit?
Very well, thank you.
How has your week been?
Okay, sincerely, coming from the fact that Western Spring Television, we are celebrating Raven at 1.7 FM. We are celebrating our anniversary. There is so much festivity going on, and I'm not really a fan of festivity, if you must know, because I just want this drama to be over and all. But all put together, we are celebrating. So yes, we are celebrating, and it's been a busy week, but then we thank God.
Okay, the Fulani lady.
Yeah.
She knows already. Master, how you doing?
I'm great. Like I feel, on the other hand, I'm feeling happy this week. This week has been amazing from day one. Like, I love festivities.
Okay.
I love when something is going on. Sometimes I do get bored when I just come to work. I stay in my office and leave.
That's
So
right.
now I think I'm happy that the week is, bubbling and a lot is going on. So yeah, I had a happy week and I'm having a happy week.
Thank God. But it's always different when, maybe because I'm a mom though, sometimes I don't get bored because in as much as I want to have my own space, the moment I get home, I have kids running around me. So there's so much excitement when it comes to mother mode alongside, but I'm the weirdo that offs her phone on her birthday just because I don't even want to hear happy birthday.
Me too.
You too? Like, I'll just be like, let's today just pass and let's just move on for me.
I love celebrations. So.
No worry, you're not, you're still very young.
Yeah.
All right, Pinky, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to be back. I just
On this particular scene.
This particular scene, like you're so glad you're not the hot spots.
very well.
Oh my goodness, the hot seat. But it's all right. I'm so happy you're here
I think
too.
I'm the one on the hot seat. Now, this is the hot seat.
Oh yeah, this is
Okay, and that's actually true,
Whenever you
because
sit
they
here.
bring it to you and you just got to spit something. Fair enough. I love the afro look anyway. It's different from what you used to do. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just like when she came the other day with braids and you were like, oh,
She gave us that look. She's a
Exactly.
weirdo, She just gives us different
She
styles.
comes in different form and shapes. Every day there is something new to look up. Like when I saw her in the morning today, me instead shocked. I was like, let's have it. So every day she looks different.
Truth be told, and she rocks it well. So well done.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
I don't know if I can pull off a afro though. I don't know if I can, but she tried. Without earrings too.
yeah.
Damn.
Now I
And the
say she
glasses.
did.
Shout out to you, girl, because normally she's supposed to be like on a bogus here. But it's okay, you look pretty.
Thank you.
All right, you've heard from the ladies. Let's go for a quick breather. And when we are back, we'll be talking about what we have tonight. It's still Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. Stay with us. Welcome back. It's still Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. So tonight we are diving into one of the most debatable topics in modern day parenting, gentle parenting and tough parenting. And as we know, there are 4 types of parenting styles: authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, uninvolved, or neglectful. But gentle parenting and tough parenting is considered a newer term that is sometimes seen as a branch of authoritative and authoritarian parenting. A tough parenting, sometimes called strict, authoritarian or no nonsense, more like the African kind of style of parenting. And it's also built on discipline, obedience, and clear hierarchy. While gentle parenting is a style of raising children, the focus is on respect, empathy, boundaries, and understanding rather than fear, punishment, or shouting. And like I said earlier, Nigerian parents, African parents, we love shouting. All right, they love shouting because I'm not a parent yet. It doesn't mean the child gets whatever they want. It means the parent teaches with calm guidance instead of harsh discipline. We hear these phrases on social media and conversations as well, but many of us are asking, which is the best way to train a disciplined, respectful, and honest child? Do parents have to be too soft, too harsh? Is both realistic in African homes, or is it just one of those things that sounds good online but doesn't survive real life issues? But before we delve deep into the main conversation of today, let's talk about parenting and what it entails. In your own terms, let me start with Pinky. What does it mean to be? What does it mean to be a good parent?
That's a very complex question, but for me, I think I'd say that to be a parent is just to be ready for surprises, ready for the unexpected, and ready to impart, ready to not spare the rod per se, but then, like you've said, there are some things in our African parenting that are just weird. The constant way we want to flog our children, we'll hit on them, and then the fact that we expect them not to react or cry, it's weird. So right, I'll just say that parenting, especially as an African, is really complex. You just have to know when to balance everything, when to flog, when to talk sternly, not shout, talk sternly. I'm guilty of shouting though, anyway, but not to talk, to talk sternly, not shout, and when to, have heart-to-heart talks with your children. Those are just no balance. Be ready for the unexpected and all of that. That's what parenting is really about.
All right, Ajibs, from your own angle, what do you think a good parent is?
Yeah, I totally agree with her. I do. So parenting as an African woman, sometimes you have to be maybe like not their friend.
Yeah.
Like, who is this person? Is this my mom? And there's sometimes you really have to be their friend.
Yeah.
There are times you have to be involved. There are times you have to let them figure it out.
Yeah.
So like you said, it is a balance, and you spoke about talking to them sternly. That's sternly. I mean, I never knew I could shout as much as I could until I had kids,
Right.
Sometimes it almost feels like maybe because they're African children, they've got the African traits in them. When you look at those children in the Western world, they have been spoken to sternly and they understand. But these African children, I don't get it. So sometimes you're just forced to like really shout, so that they can understand like you are upset, like you mean what you're saying, okay? So but most importantly, good parenting is being involved in their day-to-day lifestyle. Like whether they are aware of it, whether they are not. Because sometimes I pretend like I don't know what they are doing. I want to listen, eavesdrop, like are they saying the right words? Are they doing the right thing? When they are with their friends, I could be peeping through the window. So the point is, knowingly or unknowingly, be involved in their life so that, a lot of things is not happening without you knowing.
All right, let's get into it. A lot of people hear gentle parenting, and the first thing that comes to their mind is discipline, flogging, and they imagine children running wild or no boundaries. Like, a parent trained a child in a soft way. This child can't be disciplined, or the child won't have respect. A lot of people have that mentality about gentle parenting, and they feel that sometimes you're babying your baby too much, you're pampering them. But sometimes, do you feel that gentle parenting is needed sometimes? Because Pinky mentioned the fact that tough parenting is needed, but there are some parents that are very soft and they train that child in a very soft way, but this child also come out to be someone good. So do you feel that, okay, does it have to be tough? Does it have to have to do with the parent itself or the child?
Okay, what was this question? Okay, I'm sorry. Before I answer this question, why you asked us what parenting is? You didn't ask her what parenting will mean or what it means
to her.
Okay. Because I'm sure she's prepping her head like.
In my defense, I'm not a parent.
That was why I threw the questions to you first.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, before I had my kids, I knew how I wanted to train them. But okay, what was that question again? Like being soft.
Yes,
it tells
we
on
have some
kids.
soft parents.
See, the truth is there is no manual to this thing. Let's just put the God factor first. Like I keep saying this every time, like, God, please help me to train my children right. We've seen children who had authoritative, this harsh parents. They turned out to be monsters, if that is the word to use.
Right.
You know, because a child whereby when you get to the house, for example, they're always flogging you, that child would have had that mindset like, when I get to the house, they'll flog me. I've seen children raised as butties, you know, soft. They had it all figured out. Silver spoon, soft spoken parents, soft. The way the parents address them are usually very soft and all. You know, they've not really had an experience of what hard life is. You know, they will now grow up. They will see something wild. Then it will be exciting to them. Okay, well, we've seen children who grew up from soft homes and, you know, they grew up to be very soft and they are being taken advantage of because they have no idea. So I kind of feel like that is why I said this thing, like, be the one who is not their friend and be the one who is their friend. When it is time for you to discipline your child, now discipline is now an individual thing. Like, you know how best you want to discipline your child, but most importantly, let them have a balance, you know, like Pinky said, you know when to be harsh on them, but giving it to a child soft all through. Guys, for example, a child that has never felt hunger before. I've read about it. Somebody will be like, I've never heard the word hunger because people around me have never been hungry. How do you come to such a child and say you are hungry and that child will understand? You'll be like, where is this coming from? But if you have been hungry before, if somebody comes to you that I am hungry, a child that was raised with, you know, I've seen days whereby I tell my children, you share one egg because that is what we have at home today. We've eaten meatless. Like, understand that there are times you are not going to have it all rosy. Oh, mommy, you are driving. I want this. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. What I prepared is not what we are getting. So understand that you're going to get no's in life. Like,
well, can we say, because you mentioned that, okay, your child wants something, but you can't give it to them.
Okay.
Don't you feel that is from a poverty mentality? Because I feel that if I have the money, you would do it.
Hell no. In my own case, I could do that. I'm never too financially incapable when it comes to my children. But we need to let them understand they are not always going to have what they want. They were not born with, I'm not poor.
Okay.
But I need them to understand, like, we are not born like with diamond spoon, you know. So I'm not the likes of, I don't want to start mentioning names of big people, you know, who has never had a no in their life. So why am I saying this? I mean, imagine my child having cough and I'm driving and you want ice cream. I'm not going to say because you are my baby. All I will tell you is, babe, I'm so sorry, I can't buy you this because you're coughing right now, you know. And imagine my baby, I'm driving, she wants a doll. When you have a doll at home, but because this is a smaller one that has a different face, I'm like, hell no, you have one at home. Gotta be taking care of that one. So I think it is not from a to me though, you know, when the parents cannot afford it, it is different. But when you're trying to teach your child, you're still going to face the real world at some point, whether you like it or not. I used to be a pure softie. Like a pure body. I can't even talk as loud as I'm talking right now. But you know, the unexpected happens in life. Maybe not to everybody, but it happens to some set of persons. And you need to be prepared and ready to adapt to whatever situation that you find yourself. And if it can happen to parents, we should inculcate those habits, those teachings into our children too.
All right. I think myself and Mazi Queen has a lot to learn today because I'm not a parent yet, and definitely we are noticing some things there. But let me move to Mazi Queen. You're not a parent, but you have parents, definitely. Their style of parenting, I don't know if it's tough or it's soft, but let's say you want to emulate your parent. Which of the styles do you think you'll go for?
I think I'll first thing first. Shout out to my mom. I love you, but then that woman, she showed me shaggy.
Oh.
So I think my mom has this tough parenting style. Yes, my dad is always the soft one. He does not talk. He does not. But growing up, I appreciate her the more because I feel in this age and time that we are. Now tough parenting feel work because you can't. Some children don't just hear it once when you say it. I kind of feel I think my mom was like my dad. Maybe I won't turn up to be like this because my dad is the soft one. He believes in conversation. He believes in do what you feel like. While my mom, you go do am. The kind eye where she go take look you, you will do it like she's very strict. So I think I love. And then I was feeling as if maybe she's wicked or she does not love me or stuff like that. But now that I'm an adult, I feel if I want to emulate, I will definitely go for the tough parenting. Yes, I will still love you regardless as my child, but then I won't allow you, like she said, I won't allow you to get everything you want. Because I kind of feel when a child wants this and you do it, when a child wants you do it, they won't grow up with knowing that there is something we call, okay, moments. There are moments you have, there are moments you don't have. If always you do it for them, you give them, you are so soft, they will grow up with that same mentality. But me now, I can sit down and be like, okay, when someone said it does not have, I know that it does not have. When someone said this thing is bad, I know that this thing is bad because I grew up with that mentality. So I kind of feel the tough parenting is the way to go in this age and time.
Okay, I can see Pinky's reaction. You have something to say. That's my
okay, so I wanted to talk about that poverty mentality that you were talking about. I know some very wealthy people who would have their children intern. I mean, have internships in different organizations. And they would intern at the lowest level of the organization, probably as the chauffeur, probably as the gatekeeper or something. They would intern at the lowest level. Why? Because you need to know that life throws things that we do not, we did not expect. And that's why I said, as a parent, you need to also, expect the unexpected. Yes, the unexpected will always happen because your children will just come on with different things. And that's why you need to tell your children, you need to prepare your children. Parenting is not really about today. It's about tomorrow, preparing your children for what comes ahead. I mean, you're teaching the child etiquette and all of those. It's not because she can do everything now. It's because of when she would need it.
That's right.
So that's why parenting is all about different things. It's not every time in life that you've had it good, even as a parent. And that's why you need to start teaching your children early enough. So they get all of the shock absorbers, they get all of the preparations, to set them up for the big stage.
That's right.
If you do not teach your children that it is okay to fail, the day they fail, maybe the day they die. If you don't teach your children that they will not always win in every competition, and that is fine.
Sure.
They will grow up to be jealous people. They will grow up to be envious, and they will grow up to be very, very dangerous at heart. Because we've seen many children, they just can't stand failure. And because of that, they will hurt their classmates, their seatmates, or do all sorts of things. So parenting is just preparations. Inculcate into your children all of those things. So it's not only about being poor, it's about, and all of these things, you'll be shocked to know that you need them in your businesses, in your careers,
every way of
those
life.
lessons. You need each one of them, and if you don't teach them that, they will fail. They will fail in leadership. They will fail in being a team player. They will fail. And that's why all of these things, you need to be a tough parent. You need to be a soft parent.
Exactly right.
You should. It's just like when you're a wife or a husband. Sometimes even a husband will have to succumb. Yes, a wife too can be tough sometimes. So those are just the dynamics. Children need all of these dynamics to go through life. Yes.
Okay, so like you mentioned that we need both, but there are some misconceptions about gentle parenting, that it's for the white people, it's spoils child, it makes them less respectful, and these are myths, or do you feel they are fact when you're practicing gentle parenting with your children, do you feel it really spoils them? Do you feel they become less they become disrespectful in the society? Ajibs,
please, let's never forget the fact that we're in Africa anyway. Let's always hold on to that thought. I want to digress into what Mazi said. I grew up without my father, and my mom, I don't know if with our write-up, maybe we had a segment for parents who were unaware. You know, so I mean, shout out to my mom. She brought us up like as in our own capability, and she did amazing, I must say that. But you know, I picked a lot of things from her parenting and made sure I didn't get it wrong when I became a parent. Okay, my mom is the kind of a mother that maybe whatever you do is fine.
Okay,
you know, whatever you do is actually fine. If you're washing clothes with her, it's fine. If you're playing outside, it is fine. You know, if she's cooking, it is. If you're with her, if you're with her, oh, that's fine. If you're not with her, she's good. She wouldn't sit down and be like, how was your day? Who you with? Where did you go? You know, she just be like, oh, welcome back. So far, you are fine. Now, I'm a very different. I picked from that because whether I want to accept it or not, whether she wants to accept it or not, it didn't sit very well with me, you know. So I've grown up to be the kind of a parent that she thought she was a disciplinarian, but I would say she wasn't. She was just unaware. In fact, I would say she was almost in the dark about what my life was all about. Now that is why I changed the narrative from my side. Like, okay, my children, I'm not going to be all hard with you. I want to sit down with my girl child. I want them to feel the warmth of a mother, no matter how grown they are. I want my child to be able to sit on my leg and be like, oh, just cuddle up with mommy and tell me about a day. Mom, today something
tell you when they have a boyfriend.
Do you get it?
Yes.
As little as they have, I want you to tell me how your day went. I could be busy, but I want to hear that because I didn't get to have that feeling. Okay? I want to be washing, and I don't want to see my daughter playing outside because you need to be right beside me while I'm washing. You might not even be washing with me per se, but be with me. Oh, you're gonna get to that bucket. That is being responsible. It took me a while to know how to cook. I mean, I actually was in my boyfriend's place and I wanted to cook and I was so scared. I had to start doing it on the phone. I had to call a friend. You know, and she didn't know. She felt like she was just being unaware. She was just being free, but it was, you know. So the point I'm saying is, as a mother, you know, you just got to, just like you said, just got to be able to balance it. Soft, hell no. It is not going to affect your child. As an African parent, I think I really need to lay emphasis on it. You can't be all soft with your child, not in this day and time.
We have some. I was about asking the percentage from Pinky now, the percentage of how you can balance it. Is it 60-40, tough 60, soft 40? Because we have some parents who were tough, and then the kids right now, I want to use the word terrible.
I said monsters.
Yeah.
You know, I said that, right?
Our parents will think they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Oh, you beat them, you scold them, but that is not what that child needs. So how can you balance this? Is it 6? What's the percentage or how you can balance it?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say what the percentage will be. But we're in Africa. You need to know that most of the time you need to be tougher than you're soft.
I agree.
Yes. You need to be tough than soft. I can reckon with what you said, right? Not because I'm just saying I relate with that. There are some parents that are really detached from their children. They don't know how to be involved. That may stem from their own style.
Fair enough.
Their own parent style of parenting.
Yes, right.
And
That's
so they grew up like that. It's just like me, an only child who I really don't know how to relate with people, like talk. I'm most always on my own. I keep to myself. But when you're talking with me, I respond so pleasantly, right? So, but my own parenting, my mom's parenting, just like you, I also grew up without a father, right? But my mom was extremely hard. I need to actually put that word extremely. I felt I was the most disadvantaged child. Yes. I felt I was the most unfortunate, disadvantaged child because it was a taboo to go out and want to mingle with your friends. I was always scared seeing my mom coming, and because of course I wanted to play all the play I could play before she comes back. So I would leave all of the chores undone, like washing of plates and all of those, and I would run Whenever I see that, oh, she's a ways away, I would run to go start washing the plate. So it was just really like that for me. So you need to be, and look at me today. Those things, though they were unpalatable at the time, I respect it today. Now, I'm not saying that all of our style of parenting is great or that I would want to do the same, right? But it shaped me into who I am. But do not forget, those styles of parenting will have a way that it's going to smear your own character a bit. And I mean, if you grow up in a constant, where your parents are constantly shouting, believe it or not, you're going to start shouting as well. Because that's what you know. That's your own reaction to things. That would be your default reaction. It's a default setting. They are setting you up. That's what parenting does. There's an equipment that you're just putting together.
That's right.
The way you set it up is how it will be.
It's going to function.
The default setting. That's what it just means.
I agree.
So when you start shouting, planting it in the subconscious of your child that it's okay to shout, that's what will happen. And that's why I said I'm guilty of the fact that I shout at my own daughter, but I'm trying
not
to remove that element from my parenting style. It is rampant in Africa. And I was touched the most when I saw a video of an African as well, but not in Nigeria, outside. And she was correcting a child who had done something wrong, who was snapping. And she was talking calmly to the girl. Eventually, the girl yielded. It's more stressful.
I think that
it's not as authoritative.
Hold on. I have the video. I think I have the video I was planning to play.
Oh, okay.
So just hold on for that, yes. Okay, we are still talking about gentle parenting and soft parenting and tough parenting. And let's tell ourselves the truth. Parenting generally requires self-control. Because sometimes you'd want to kill.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Yes, right.
And you can be tired, you're stressed, you have work pressure, traffic, bills here and there.
Right.
And then you get home to your kids trying to frustrate your life. Don't you feel this is going to be a bit difficult? How do parents manage to deal in such situations? What are the difficulties of being a tough parent? Because when you come home to a house looking like a mess, what are you going to do? Are you trying to be soft because, oh yes, I'm tired, or are you going to be tough on your kids?
Oh, it tired me. It tired me is a tough me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it tired me is a tough me, is a frustrated mom, But I mean, let me just digress a little bit into what Pinky said. I kind of feel like all parents should understand that their children are different.
Okay.
Some of your children, a particular one could be shouted at, and that is going to be his or her own language. Like that is when this child is going to get it.
Yeah.
While you could just shout at this child of yours, and you would just disorganize his or her whole setting. I was being a mom is like, it's hard work, and coming to what you said, sometimes may God keep my children safe for me, but sometimes I really wish, like, if probably I didn't have kids now, ladies, I got to tell you, I might not bother. Truth be told, I might really not bother, like, okay, I'm just good, let me just live my life, and because that feeling of, you can't breathe, you can't have a moment of your own, you can't do things for yourself anymore, you have to be, so a tired mom, me, is a frustrated and a hungry and a tough me. You don't even want to see me there, but if I'm relaxed, we're going to have relaxing moments at home, but once I am tired, I'll be like, I'm going to be shouting at the top, like, can you just let me be? I've had a tiring day at the office, I had earphones plugged in my head, and not, so now talking about we noticing our children and the difference in them, I've been able to notice that my older child, the moment she's doing her homework and I shout at her, she doesn't even know how to spell THE there. My child is the kind of a child, like, if me and daddy probably have to have issues at home, she will definitely take that to school.
Wow.
That the teacher will be like, what happened at home? So the moment I realize that when it is homework time, I am not shouting. I try to be like, okay, baby. And trust me, over the years, she can do her homework by herself now. She's going to be 7. And, I'll be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. But my younger daughter, Oh, you dare not go soft with her. Like, no, baby, you gotta do this. No, she's not doing that. You gotta scream. Like, no, you gotta get it right. And I noticed, like, she understand. Then she now feels sober. Like, oh, okay, this mommy is hungry. So every mother, every parent, father, mother should notice that those children, they are not
The same.
the same. And the earlier we realize that, I think we're going to get it to where we actually need it.
All right, let's talk about discipline and fear. Because yes, it's important to discipline the child. Even the Bible said, spare the rod. Am I right? Yeah. And in a situation whereby in African setting, we believe so much in punishment. You know, I'm not talking about the flogging now. The punishment itself. Your child does something wrong. The next thing is go and kneel down there, raise up your hand and close your eyes.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, there's some kids that once you tell them don't do it again, they're not doing it again. But why is it that in Africa or in Nigeria, punishment is one of the major tools they use in discipline the child? Pinky. Oh, sorry, please, Maziqueen.
Oh my God. I was trying to escape it. Like, okay, let me speak for myself. Growing up, like I said, my mom, I'll continue to talk about you because she really disciplined me.
Wow.
Me in particular, I don't know why.
Were you the only girl?
I was the only girl.
Okay.
So I feel she wants me to follow the right path, which I still feel is still normal. But then to her, she feels, if I didn't discipline you now, when you grow up, you feel it's normal to do it. So to her, I don't see it as if it's hard. Kneel down, raise up your hand. It's a normal thing.
For what? For an hour?
I would do it. I would do like that's literally how I grew up. Yes, I'll kneel down. I will do it because to her, she prefer you to do a punishment than flogging. Yes, you see that you do that one or lunch is missed. You will not eat lunch. So I kind of feel that's her way of discipline. Like I said, maybe that's how she was trained too. So she passed down same training to me. But let me talk now. In future time, when I become a mom, I don't think punishing my child is the way forward. Because like some children, when they get punished more often, they tend to get used to it. Like I have a nephew which he does some things sometimes, he will just do it and he knows that thing is bad. He will be like, you flogged me, that's all. He's just 4. Why do you think, mommy will just flog me, that's all. 4, 5, 6, he keeps doing the same thing. So he believes that whenever he does something, they will flog him and that thing will just go. So he feels flogging is normal. So he keeps doing the same thing. So I spoke to the mom, I was like, I don't think this parenting style is working for him. Why not talk to him? Try and teach him that this thing is bad, this thing is right. Let him pick the right one instead of you to flog him. So after she reduced the way, sometimes if you do something, she'll just ignore him. She'll be like, you want to go to hellfire? You go to hellfire. I think that word alone now reset him. Instead of that punishment, the kneel down, he now stopped doing it. Any small thing, he'll be like, I don't want to go to hellfire. Let me do the right thing. So I think punishment should be limited. Yes. I was raised that way, but then I don't want to raise my
for you.
Pinky, do you agree with that?
I do, totally, because I didn't even know she would get to that, the last part of our statement. So I felt, I was going to get there. That's the truth. With my own daughter, to tell her you were going to look for a cane is to scare her from what she intended doing. Where is my cane? My baby is redressing. She's taking a redress, And so, more often than not, the scare of punishment is better than the infliction of punishment on the children. They take redress immediately and they do what you need them to do. You see, the spirit of an African is a hard spirit. Yes.
I agree.
And that's why parents think that if they do not inflict pain on you, you will not do the needful. We see it in all of our dealings. Obey traffic, we don't. Do this the normal way, we don't. If there is a door, Africans will prefer to jump the fence. Exactly. I mean, even when we were in school, yes, there is a queue, and so they will not use the door of the vehicle. They will enter through the windows. Africans are just like that, and I think that so we don't become our parents, our ancestors. We need to start training our younger generation to do things by the book, to do things
Differently.
as normally as possible, really. So that's just it. The scale of punishment is better.
Okay, the
than
fear of
infliction.
punishment is better. Okay, Ajis, let's come from this angle where we have a child who, like you mentioned, who is not outspoken because you started with tough parenting. Because there's some parents that are regretting the fact that, oh, I shouldn't have
Yeah.
Been
done that.
this tough
Yeah,
to
started
my
this
child.
way. Because the truth is, if you're going to start with tough parenting, end with tough parenting. I don't know if you agree with that. Start with gentle, continue with gentle. Because the
In
moment
other
you're trying
words,
to
don't
switch,
start where you can finish.
the moment you're trying to switch, it might be difficult for you for the child and yourself to blend in. But in a situation whereby you're already doing the tough parenting and you have a child who is not outspoken, in a society where we tell our kids, speak up. When someone touches you, speak up. Some of these kids don't speak up because of this. Oh, what would my mom say? Some girls are being raped and then they get home and
They
pretend
dare
that everything
not.
is fine.
Yeah.
In fact, they even
But
dare
there,
not.
but there are some that would get raped and immediately they get home, they tell their mom immediately what happened.
Something happened.
But yes, we're still preaching tough parenting. What exactly should a parent do in such situations?
Oh wow, okay, that's quite dicey. Okay, first of all, I was the girl that okay, I didn't really grow up with my mom though. I lived virtually everywhere, and I remember the first time I started seeing my period. For the first day I wore a bra, my auntie was like, instead of her to say, "Oh, you're getting into adolescent now. Oh, you're growing. Oh, your period is here." All I got was
Ah,
you know, as if I actually dragged the period to come. Okay, and honestly, growing up to me wasn't fair enough. And that is why, in my own way, I really try to be fair to my children. I'm sorry if I'm going to get a little bit emotional right now. Okay, so now, if your child is probably that's one like you're hard, and now that child has gotten under his shell and he can't talk, I think it's going to take a lot of patience and trust for such a child to ever open up to you. You know, as I grew up with my auntie, because she was so hard on me, I could never open up to her, which was not good enough for me at the time. So I think that is why I would say every parent should make sure your friend can, your child, your daughter, your son can trust you with secrets. And that is not by being hard or being too soft. It just takes a little bit of friendship with your child. You just gotta, no matter how hard you are as a parent, can you still find that balance whereby you are a friend to your child despite being hard? No matter how soft you are, can you still find, you know, you can even be soft with your child and it's not your friend.
Yeah.
You know, I just be like, oh, this one, anything I say is fine. He or she will find confidence somewhere. Every parent should get to a level. You said something that was right. Some parents have been so hard, you know, those children have dealt with a lot of things, that secret that will follow them to their graves.
Yes.
And now they are grown. I mean, they're never saying it. It's never coming out from them anymore. So every parent should just try to make sure their child can trust them enough. If your child has gotten under his shell or her shell just because you're too hard, you got a lot of work to do. Build trust with such a child.
All right, Mazikwe, let's talk about a child. When you see a child, a stubborn boy, a stubborn girl, should we trace it down to how the parent is treating the child, or the style of parenting the child is using on the child? Or maybe it's a personal thing for the boy, or maybe school friends are the result of that.
Actually, I kind of feel we are the product of our environment, and our environment starts from family, which are our parents. So every child should be traced to his family. That's what I feel, the style of parenting. Because what you see every day is a replica of who you are outside. When you grow up with family, like your parents, they're always fighting at home. Obviously, that child, it will just take the grace of God for him not to be fighting in school, because that's what he's used to. Later now, he'll start feeling, fighting is a normal thing, because that's how he was raised. So I feel every child's behavior starts from the family. So when a child is acting inappropriately outside, check his family. Something is wrong. I think so. The style of parenting, the parents. Yes, I feel so. I know you may you may try to be like, okay, your points may differ, but then it depends on the age of the child too. When I'm talking of child, I'm talking from maybe below maybe 5 to being a teenager, because like I said, they can learn it outside. But a child from age 4 to 10, 11, 12, whatever they do, I feel you can trace it back to their family, their parents, how they were raised. Because if not, how did they get it? Like, you can't do something you are not used to seeing. So if you spend more time at home with your family, whatever you do is from what you see your parents doing. So I think you should check the style of parenting to be sure.
Funny enough, I agree with her.
Okay.
You know, because I actually had somebody that was very close to me, and after she got married, there was a particular time she opened up to me and said, she's so surprised her husband has got scars on his body, and she realized that when anything goes wrong, the boy was quite stubborn. The mother would call like the police to come beat him up at home, and that was happening. You know, and there was a particular time the husband actually, we were just gisting, normally like ladies talk like this, and she was like, the husband jumped from like a 3-story building because there were SARS, you know, coming to beat him, and he just jumped down, and like the husband was always having back pain. She said her husband grew up to be somebody who was quite hard, you know, and it took her being a softie of a wife for him to now reconfigure his brain to be like soft with the children. Like, in fact, he never wants to be hard on those children, because if he ever does, it could be fatal, you know. So I totally agree with you. Like, what these children see at home is what shapes them. Now, let's talk about this. I've seen parents whose children did better the moment the parents separated. Because right under daddy and mommy's roof, daddy was keeping late night, mommy was complaining, mommy was crying, daddy comes home anytime he likes.
No time for the kids.
I don't understand. What are you teaching such a child? Then you tell me such a woman, probably she escapes from such a home and start nurturing a child the way she wants to. Probably daddy comes once in a while. Trust me, you've limited those children to a whole lot of things that they are not supposed to see. Okay, I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to go, but now there was an instance again when I opened a drink store. Okay, I had a store where guys would come, they would drink. At some point, you know, they started smoking.
Okay.
I've got girl children, you know, and there's no way I could hide my customers from doing whatever it is that they want to do. I was driving that day, I got to Ogolua, and my child at the time, who was 3, my older daughter, she was like, oh, mommy, that is a particular brand of beer. Uncle Kenny used to drink it. I'm like, oh my God, GBK, like, I'm not, like, I'm not, like, I don't, like, no, I'm not this is not what I want to expose my children to. Whether I like it or not, I'm exposing them already. I don't want Uncle Kenny to carry my daughter on the lap and do whatever, you know. I don't want her to start wrapping stuff. Do you understand it? So I kind of feel like what children see is actually the way, is actually their lifestyle from the parents.
All right, it's a hot conversation we're having here. Remember, we were talking about gentle parenting, a tough one. And when we are back, we'll continue on the conversation. It's still Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. We'll be right back.
Nigeria is one of the few places on earth where you can still find gorillas. Thousands of tourists come to see them in countries like Rwanda and Uganda every year, creating jobs and generating millions of dollars. But in Nigeria, our gorillas are threatened by habitat loss and traps set for illegal bushmeat. But we can earn money from gorilla tourism if we protect them. Please say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Up to 75% of all new human diseases come from animals. Ebola, anthrax, and monkeypox all came from animals. And as more dead wild animals are being transported to our cities, we risk introducing another disease outbreak. This will affect our health, economy, and well-being. So say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
We all want to do our best to win for our team.
Welcome back. It's still Ladies Talk on West Spring Television. I'm so sure you've been enjoying our conversation, and I'm so sure you have one or two things to learn. And just in case you have questions, you can definitely ask the parents around you more questions about our conversation today. We're playing you a video from, and I want to get the reaction of the ladies in the studios, where you get home from work and then you meet a mess. What exactly will be your reaction? Let's go for this this video. I will be right back.
Shift out. Kneel down there.
I don't need to kneel down. Let me just go and read my book and then we can be done with this.
I said kneel down there, Grace.
I cannot kneel down for this little thing. Let me just go and read my book.
Oh.
And then tomorrow I cannot read my book.
Oh, you're calling it for this little thing. So reading of books now is little. You know it's little, but you can't do it. And you're making me repeat myself over and over again. Every day that you come back from school, I remind you to read. Kneel down there first.
I don't... Oh, bro, you just need to kneel down. It's not hard. Kneel down. Mom is telling you to kneel down, Grace. No, I cannot kneel down.
Why can't you kneel down?
Let me just go and read my book first.
The real thing, or was it content though?
It's real.
Wow, okay.
We have kids like that.
I was saying to your Martin Lord
I don't understand.
Where down my code, I go.
I do.
Oh, Jare.
What's your reaction?
Which of them?
Everything combined.
You know, just like we were saying before we came back on air, what was that? Well, I don't get it. Is it that those parents traveled and left those kids in the house?
They went to work.
First of all, in as much as we need to be cautious of the ages of our children, they do things that they don't feel it is wrong. They feel they are having fun, okay? But at the same time, you don't leave a child
Those were careless parents.
unsupervised.
Exactly.
That is a no-no. Even if you're not there, somebody just has to be there. So in fact, to me, those parents are at fault right now.
Exactly.
For leaving those children to that
left too
level.
many
So it could have gotten, in fact, it could have been worse.
Yes.
It could have been worse. They could have, done other
Trips and falling.
in fact,
drink.
it could have been an emergency.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like those parents, the moment they go home, they should just be rolling on the
Did you
floor.
not
Be
see
like,
the face of that child?
do you
She
get
was
it?
having just
So I feel like they
some.
should have been saying
Yes.
thanks to God, like these children are fine. So that is it about that. Then the aspect of that child there, but first of all, I would not even have such a child, because my child is an African child.
Yeah.
So you already know when I'm telling you to kneel down, even if you're not going to stay
She's
long.
also an African child, though.
But she's
No,
not
not
been
born
raised-
now.
She's not
That's
been
the
raised in
thing.
Nigeria.
I wanted to say it in the course of the program
Okay.
that parenting also takes knowing when to inculcate some certain things into your child. That's what parenting is about. When it's time to start telling them about their privates, start doing it. When it's time to start teaching them respect and values, especially our African values, start doing it. Do not wait till such a time. This parents that I'm seeing, I'm seeing that yes, their European culture is already rubbing off on her, but it wouldn't have taken away what she had inside her. If the woman had done, or the man, please, I'm sorry, if the parents had done what they were supposed to do
On time.
at the right time, you should teach your children core values of respect, of obedience. Those two things are very important. When you're telling your child to do something, whether they like it or not,
They should do it.
especially at that age. You're not yet at an age where you can take decisions. You're still under your parents' roof, and not just under their roof, under their supervision and training and tutelage. So you should take instructions. So it is still not about the child. Ajit was right about the first one being the parents, and it's still the parents' fault.
Here
in this
too,
case
I totally agree with
All right,
you.
ladies, we need to move to the next segment.
Copy that.
So let's dilute this conversation
Okay.
to just reduce the tension. Okay,
Okay.
we'll move into the what you ordered versus what you got. I don't know if anyone has experienced it, but we have a video of a lady who who made a dress from a tailor, and then what she got was not what she expected. Well, let's see the video.
I know that you hate me. My life is sweet like cinnamon, like a fucking dream I'm living in.
Have the
All
same
right, that
body.
is just for laughs anyway.
Wow, I was surprised.
They don't even have the same body, so I don't.
Is it about the body?
Sometimes,
Yes,
yes.
about the
But
body.
this case, it's
But
about the
then
body.
it was also
now,
that body
that body, exactly,
that attire was made for. Do you understand? This is a
Yes.
body.
As
You
a-
should make
as
the
a
attire
woman,
to fit that
exactly.
body.
You should-
But then
you should know
another
your
thing
body type.
is there are tailors and there are designers. Those designers have found that their own style is to do the preliminary fitting and cutting on your own body.
Yes.
So they begin to assemble it to, well tailored to your own body shape.
Yes.
But tailors, they just cut and sew.
They so
Me, I will
they
just say
don't-
anything happens. Nigelawa.
they don't
All
so
right.
close. for
Thank
her.
you so much, guys, for joining us today. And thank you to the ladies as well. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mazi Queen. Thank you, Pinky.
Yeah.
It's been such an insightful conversation. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week.
Amen.
And definitely, we're looking forward for you to also join us and tune into Channel 190 on Star Time on Western Spring Television. My name remains Tomi Lola Daniel Adejuwon. Remember, you can also call me Tomi Trend. See you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.